Hey guys, it's Maymay, and you know what? I never have taken you to a card party before, and I thought since I was a little bit early this time, which is rare, let's be honest, that I would show you how this works. So check this out. This is the table. Now this is at my aunt's house. Y'all hear me talk about my aunt all the time? This is my Aunt Nita's house. And this is the table. There's Taylor, there's Sam, there's Kelly. I'll show you everybody else in a second, but I want to go down the center. So we have door prizes in the middle. These are some good ones, y'all.
I done ate some of my stuff. Don't judge.
Look at these door prizes. So we'll do contest cards, and I'll explain those too in a little bit. But look, she gave us a sweet little prize when we got here. And this is so cute. Like, I'm not going to open this one because it's not mine. But there's ribbon, and there's a little treat in there that I can't see. And there's more ribbon. Oh, and there's adhesive.
Look, here, I'll put this one out.
Is this yours?
This is mine.
Okay, oh wait. This is Abby. Say hi. Show, here's what we got.
Butterflies,
See the
little
butterflies?
ribbon, little flower ribbon, little baggie of candy.
Show the bling.
Yeah, bling is always good because
That's
you don't
cute
use
bling.
the whole thing. You can always bust it up into little
That's
pieces.
a cool piece. Hey guys, it's Maymay, and what you just saw was some footage from the beginning of a card party that we had actually 2 card parties ago. It was held at my aunt's house, and it was one where I wanted to show you guys everything that we do, so I got a little bit of footage, but this party is not easy to explain, so I'm gonna try to do this. First question is, what is a card party? A card party is when you gather with a group of other card makers, and every one of those card makers have created card kits that you will pass out around the table and you will make as you sit there together. I'll explain that more in detail as we go. We have discovered in doing card parties that the number of attendees needs to be minimal. 8 to 10 seems to work well. Any more than that and it gets really long, and any less than that you don't really get as many cards. I mean, you could do it with 3 or 4 people, but if you do that, you won't go away with as many cards. We typically leave a card party with 20 to 20. We've had as many as 26 cards before. I remember doing that one. So yeah, so 8 to 10 people is a good amount of people to attend. The other thing you really need to think about, if you noticed in that video what I showed you, that table was very big. Your workspace is important. You need to make sure you have enough room for everybody to sit comfortably and be able to have all their supplies out and a little work area. So if your table only seats 4, then just do a 4-person card party. If you have room at maybe your church or at a local hall of some sort, you can do it, based on the size that you have. Now the way the night goes is kind of like this. There's dinner, there's prizes, and there's typically some sort of little goodie bag or some sort of little thing at your seat when you get there. Now there have been some really cute goodies left at our table. You saw in that video that there was like a little goodie cup that had some little craft supplies and some candy at our seat. Then you also see that we had one that had a little bookmark that was made for us by Sheila on the silhouette, which is so cute, and a bag of candy. And then this was made one time by Sheila. This was when we had a party at her house, and look at these cards. They are so pretty, and she made this and with 2 envelopes like this. So you have 2 cards on this side, and then you have the envelopes to fit on the other. And these cards are a little smaller than A2 because these are A2 envelopes. But this was at our seat when we showed up, so it was just something sweet. And typically how that happens is the person who hosts the party does a little gift at each table. That's at each seat. That's typically how that works. In our parties, the host or hostess typically does the mostest. This is how we do it. If I'm hosting the party, then I'll be in charge of dinner. Now, that does not mean all the food for the night. We typically ask that you bring a goodie of some sort for people to share. Maybe you bring a fruit tray or some cookies or something like that, because we have little breaks throughout the night, and then we can kind of nibble. But the host or hostess typically makes an actual meal of sorts. At my party, we had chicken pot pie. At the last party, we had potato soup. At the party at Sheila's, we had, I don't know what they call them. They're these amazing Chicago-style sandwiches. And so we typically have an actual meal together. And we normally, I'm going to say typically a lot in this, we usually eat our meal halfway through the night. So if we start our party at 3 in the afternoon, and we do ours on Sunday afternoons, they typically start at 3 o'clock, and we'll usually have dinner around 6, and then we'll finish crafting and be through before 9. That's usually how it works. So it's a full afternoon of crafting. of card making. Now, like I said, the host makes dinner. She usually does a little goodie like we talked about. In my group, it's she. We have all ladies, so she'll usually make the little goodie. And she's in charge of getting the prizes for the night. Now, here's how we do prizes. You make sure you have one prize for every person that's attending. And everyone will win a prize. So throughout the night, I'll explain contest cards to you in a minute, but throughout the night, using contest cards, you'll win one of the prizes on the table. So the host is responsible for getting those. Now, that doesn't mean she has to buy them all. She just has to make sure that they're there. So I have donated prizes before, or you might have some stuff in your stash that you've never opened or used, and you just put that in for a prize. So you can also get people to donate in the group or outside the group. It doesn't matter. But you just make sure you have one prize for every person attending. That way everybody goes home with a prize. Now, these are card kits, and we just use Ziploc bags for them. And so the way this works, the reason I have these is because I want a box full of card kits. They had a party one night where one person didn't show up, and that's important too. I want to talk about that. She couldn't make it, so all her kits were saved for her. Now, here's how you want to make sure you do this. When you're having a card party and you've planned for 10 people to be there, you're telling these 10 people that they're going to go home with 18 to 20 cards. If they make their own cards, that's 2. And if they don't, so 18 to 20 cards, okay? So you want to tell everyone, turn your card kits in to the host or hostess. That way, if someone is not able to show on the day, you still have their card kits to make, so you still get the right amount of cards. So we will usually say the party's on the 14th of September, which our last one was, then you need your card kits turned in the week before. That way everybody's card kits are there whether you're able to make it or not in the end. Okay, so that's why I received these. I won these as one of the prizes was this. So this is cool. Now, what a card kit consists of, let's show that. When you're preparing for your card party, you choose the card design. You make sure you have an envelope included with it. That'll be, you'll put this, that'll be in your kit. But the way this works is once you've designed your card, you cut enough pieces and tie enough bows and stamp enough sentiments to make your card kits. So this is my card. This is my kit. And it works like this. I have already put my foam adhesive on the back. Okay, so when the person gets it, they're already ready to lift it up. I have my card cut and scored for them. Okay, this is a base. This is a top layer. And then, of course, this guy would go here. This is the bow. This is the sentiment, which already has its foam on the back. And then these pearls are so they can put them around on the wreath. That is a card kit. This is what it will look like. And this is what you include in your, well, and you also have an envelope in there, which I don't have in that kit because we didn't use this kit. But you would also have your envelope in there. Now, like I said, we put ours into Ziploc bags, which we reuse over and over. The night of the party, when you open your kit, you just take your bag and hand it to the person that's kit this belongs to, and then you get to reuse your kits or your bags over and over. So at my last card party, I made this card and then 10 kits. Now the reason this kit is here, once you're at the party, if you decide, I don't really want to make another of the same card I already did, you don't have to. So I didn't on this one because I felt like this was enough, which it also saved me this one to show you. So that was good. But each one of the ladies got one of these and went home with this card. Let's talk about contest cards. With contest cards, we try to ask each person that brought the card, can this be a contest card? Some cards are too intricate. This paper bag card, we would have cried if this would have been a contest card because we really had to let Laura teach us how to do this. So you want to pick cards that are easy to put together. Let's look at this kit. Well, let me tell you this. If we're doing a contest, you would turn your card upside down where you can't see the kit, okay? They will pass around the sample card, which is what I showed you, the one that you assemble before you go. They pass that around, put it down where you can see it, and then it's 1, 2, 3, go. And so you open your kit. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to pretend like I'm rushing. Open your kit, and you know what it should look like because you've already seen the sample card. Oh, this is an easy one to do. So I picked a good one to show you. So then you would adhere down your top layer, and I bet this bling went in all these little areas. So you put your bling down, and as soon as you're done, you say finished. And the first one to say finished gets to pick their prize from the middle of the table where all the goodies are. You don't have to put it in the middle of the table if you don't have enough room. Wherever you put your prizes, they would get to go pick. Now, you might be thinking, but there's a prize for everybody, so what's the point in the contest card? Well, here's the thing. If you're the first one to finish, you're the first one to pick. So the sooner you get finished, the better picking there is for the prize. And if you're like me, you want to get finished first, because I can't stand the pressure. I just want to get it done so I can go, shoo, I'm done. I can just relax for the rest of the night. Because once you've won, you're kind of out of the contest, which also makes it fun, because then the rest of the crafters are all kind of competing to get the next spot. So that's contest cards. The party itself is not very difficult to host. You just make sure you've picked dinner. Okay, so you've prepared dinner, and then everybody brings the goodies like we said. You make sure you have your sample card and your kit. Now, when we do this, what we ask is that each card maker makes 2 cards and 20 kits. What that means is this card and 10 kits, another card and 10 kits for that card. So that way when you get there, everybody gets the kit. Okay, so imagine here I have my sample card and my 10 kits. Then you want to put them all into a container to turn in to your host or hostess. Let's just use this for example, because it's what's close to me, because I'm going to use this for a craft project. But I would put my card and my kits into one container for each card. So I would have 2 of these, this holding 1 card and 10 kits, and another one holding 1 card and 10 kits. Then I would turn this into the host or hostess on the date we say they need to be turned in by. So once we get there, all of the cards are already there, and the host or hostess will pull out the bag, or your Ziploc bag, or your folder, whatever you put them in, and then they'll say, whose is this one? And then you say, oh, that's mine, and they'll hand it to you, and then you show the card around, and if there's any special instructions. The rest is just fun. We talk about craft supplies, we talk about our new equipment, we talk about what's going on in our life and fun, and when the whole night is over with, we chill out for just a few minutes and just kind of enjoy each other. So I'll include a couple little clips here at the end just to let you see some fun we had. And so here's the big news. I have scheduled a card party for us to do together. So the party is open to the first 10 people who RSVP using the link in the description bar below. Okay? Here's how it works. Register to come to my party. It is in Birmingham, Alabama at the Hobby Lobby on what we call 280, which is Doug Baker Boulevard. And I will put the directions in your information that you'll receive after you register. You'll get a whole letter explaining everything you need to do. Now, what you are responsible for, you're responsible for 2 cards and 10 kits for each. Okay, so it's 20 kits and 2 cards. Does that make sense? Make sure you understand it. There is no fee to participate. You don't need to bring food. We're going to be in the Hobby Lobby, and I'm not sure they're going to let us have food, but if they are, I have plenty of people who've already said we'll supply the snacks for you guys. That way, if you're traveling in, you won't have to worry about that. It is at 2 o'clock on November the 8th in Birmingham at the Hobby Lobby. We have the room reserved, so we have plenty of time for that day to be able to put our cards together. So when you arrive, you don't have to turn your cards in early. Okay, you just bring them with you. It'll be too hard to ship them to me and all that, so you just bring them with you. When we get there, you'll turn your cards into me, and we'll start cropping together. Now, you'll need to bring with you your crop supplies, your ATG, your Tombow, your little scissors, your bone folders, anything you think you might need, including if you want to bring some extra bling. Maybe you want to bling this up some. A lot of times we'll bring stickles, or we'll bring extra rhinestones in case we want them. But you will want to bring your adhesive, maybe your foam tape. I'll even include a list of suggested items whenever you get your packet. So, like I said, the first 10 people who sign up using the RSVP link below will get to participate in this first party. If this party shows a lot of interest, I'll try to branch out and go to different areas. Hobby Lobby is they're very willing to work with us on stuff like this, so that's super cool. Alright guys, I'm excited to get to meet you in person and craft with you. I will be bringing 2 cards and the kits for them. So that means if all of us show up, we'll get 22 cards we go home with. So that would be awesome and a lot of fun to get to crop together and make some cards. If you have any questions, let me know. I would suggest you ask them really fast because 10 spaces are going to go pretty quick, I would bet, as long as people can get to me. All right, guys, I hope that explained card parties. I will be available for you for any questions. As you know, put them in the comments and I will respond. I'm a little slow lately because my Q&A video got a lot of response, so I'm still trying to respond to that one, but I will get to you. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and have your own card party and send me pictures. Let me know how it goes. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so Kelly has some new tweezers. And you have to see these bad boys. First off, who they made by?
Revlon.
Oh, they're Revlon tweezers. Smart. Let's see them.
But they're pink. And they have a light on them.
This is for all of us late night crafters right here.
Yes.
You can craft in the back seat of the car with those bad boys.
Pretty much.
For all those times that I craft in the back seat of the car.
For all those cruise trips you wanted to craft
I think
on.
those
Yep.
are good for
That's
me.
okay,
But
the
the sad part is what they really made those for. Because they're Revlon.
They're for people who can't see their eyelashes enough to tweeze them or any other areas.
That's a good idea. Well, I don't have a
That's what I was thinking.
What, Sam?
That's the nursing
I
her.
said eyelashes. I think you meant eyebrows, though.
Oh, I tweeze my eyelashes. I'm just kidding. I don't. I meant eyebrows. Listen, I gotta stop talking today because my brain is not catching up with me.
That'd be a horrible feeling.
From that late night craft session we had last night.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't be tweezing them.
Sam.
No.
Right
No.
there.
I tweezed mine earlier. Thank you.
Look, there's Taylor. How's your cards go, Taylor?
They're great.
Are you tired?
Where's the cheesecake?
It's right here. Don't judge the size of it. Oh, it doesn't look this is big on camera. I thought the camera added 10 pounds.